Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our first annual shareholder meeting. My name is Maria Terentьева, and I'm an event planner for Cloudastructure. And please let me be the first to welcome and thank you so much for your investment in Cloudastructure. I would also like to take a moment and welcome the 3,500 shareholders streaming into this meeting from all around the world. What an amazing assembly of people to come together for the purpose of growing this fantastic young company. I would also like to remind everyone there will be a Q&A after the presentation. We will try to get to as many questions as we can in the time we have. For Q&A at the end of the program, all questions will need to be written in the Zoom webinar link. And the link is shown right here, which is the cloudastructure.com/sh22. If you do log into Zoom from the live audience, please turn your video feature off so we don't disturb other attendees. And you can ask your questions in the Zoom webinar Q&A field. Our agenda today begins with CEO and founder Rick Bentley, who will give you an overview of Cloudastructure growth over the past year, as well as a demo of the system. Thanks to all of you, Cloudastructure is on a great growth trajectory. And now I want to turn it over to our CEO, founder, and visionary, Rick Bentley.
Thank you, Maria.
Thank you.
Welcome, everybody, to the 2022 Cloudastructure shareholder meeting. I'm going to talk about our technology, give a demo, and some business updates as well. We've won a bunch of awards in the last year for our video surveillance solution. That's not surprising, given that we've hired the best talent in Silicon Valley to build it. The result is superior architecture and a solution that is secure, cost-effective, and highly scalable for those big accounts that we like. The analyst predictions for our industry are nothing short of staggering. The AI software market forecast is to hit $62 billion this year. And by 2025, AI intelligent software twice that, $134 billion. So we're at the right place at the right time. I'm going to go quickly through some of the new features that we have, but we're doing face recognition, people counting, mask, no mask detection, age approximation, gender approximation, color of clothing and other objects, vehicle detection, vehicle counting, license plate recognition. What we do is we record the video and we push it up to the cloud. Once it's there, we start a increasingly complex computational set of algorithms that tell us more and more about the video. So for example, first we just find every object in the video. Cat, dog, person, backpack, gun, mask, no mask, whatever. And then if we detect a person, we detect a face. We detect a face, we recognize the face. We recognize the face, we see if it's got a mask or no mask. So each one of those computations is more expensive than the previous one. And because we're only doing it when it's required, we do it very cost effectively. We've added alerts now, so when something important happens, bad actor on site, things like that, alerts can go out in real time. There's a whole alphabet soup of new security credentials and other government compliance things that we have in progress or already done. SOC 2, FedRAMP, single sign-on, two-factor authentication. We have a multi-tier permission-based, role-based system. Of course, we encrypt all the data when we record it in transmission and at rest. And the coverage has been great. We've been picked up by the Wall Street Journal, Fortune, SiliconANGLE, American Security Today, SSI, and more. I'm going to roll a prepared video here that talks about our architecture and gives you a live demo of our system so you can see exactly what it's like from the end user perspective.
The cloud has revolutionized the way you use and share files and has reduced the need for on-site servers. It has made managing emails easier, improving the way you manage your sales and CRM processes, access files, etc. Perhaps the last cloud lift is your security and surveillance system. Cloudastructure offers the enterprise cloud-based access and management of your enterprise video surveillance system. Because of the on-premise server model, today's video surveillance system architecture is difficult to manage and hard to scale. First, you have to have a network video recorder or a series of them that are on your network, and you need to program them and manage them. Visibility across all your locations is difficult. To gain access to any one of them, you must log in through a hole in your firewall, go through port forwarding in your router to get to the NVR. This on-site model is physically insecure as well. If something happens to your building, blows up or burns down, you could lose all your footage. And because you have your NVRs available from off-site, they can be hacked. This model also does not scale. When you want to add cameras, you need to add another NVR, typically another Windows-based machine that you will need to support. And adding users to your system can require administering numerous permissions across all your on-premises systems. Cloudastructure offers a true cloud-based model for video surveillance. The benefits are powerful and undeniable, including major cost savings, heightened data security, remote access and maintenance, flexible storage and retention, scalability, increased stability, and disaster recovery. Now let's move into a demonstration of the Cloudastructure video surveillance cloud-based system. Here's where we log into cloudastructure.net account. Notice it's not logging into any server or system on the customer premises. We're logged fully into the cloud. The first thing we're able to see is a report of all the devices that are attached to this account. Cloudastructure can immediately detect your existing camera infrastructure and give you a single point of view of all your devices across all your locations. In this demo, our customer has 9 CVRs that are online capturing footage from over 250 cameras. A CVR is a cloud video recorder. You can see here that one is offline, but all the others are up. Camera status shows that all the cameras are effectively at 100%. CVRs record from the cameras, cache the video locally, and upload to the cloud as the broadband permits. Trying to see a single point of view of all your cameras and their stats across multiple geographical locations like this is very difficult, if not impossible, using today's standard surveillance systems. With Cloudastructure, this is simple and easy. Additionally, we can see that all of the CVRs are happy in terms of CPU usage and storage, and there's no backlogs on the uploads. Now, of course, we can also view a video live. Here are live video feeds from several camera locations. As mentioned earlier, we're not logged on to anything on the customer premises. We're just logged onto our cloud system in the cloud. This system tells the on-premises CVR at whichever location to make an outbound HTTPS request to the cloud. Here I requested 6 cameras. You can see the CVR got the request for 6 cameras, is pushing that video to the cloud, and the cloud is rebroadcasting it to us, the user. Since we're broadcasting from the cloud, thousands of us could log on right now and we would not impact the upload broadband at the customer location at all, even if we have multiple users. Again, because this is coming from the cloud and not from the customer site, multiple viewers do not impact load on the customer network. We are rebroadcasting the video streams from the cloud. The recordings here are a function of motion over time. This is midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. up here until noon, which is right now. The higher the bar, the more motion. So you know we can see what's happening here too. I see some indistinct motion outside some double doors and on the inside. Since everyone knows how to watch motion in video, this can get pretty boring to watch. So let's just ask to see when there were people present in the video. And these are videos of people. As a function of time, I'm kind of curious what's going on here at 2 in the morning, how that involves people. You can see that someone's carrying a cooler. Now, I don't know if this is normal for them at 2 in the morning or if they expected it or not, but it certainly makes it easier to go through the video and search for the tag of people. And you can search by any number of tags that you see here: people, animals, vehicles, etc. Here's all the photos of me. Every time I cross the camera, I get picked up and tagged on video. I can go to the system and improve upon it by saying, hey, that actually isn't me, it's my neighbor, as an example. Or I'm not sure who that photo is, and I can also delete it. And of course, I can confirm that this is me. Over time, the system learns and improves at recognizing me with just a little bit of fine-tuning on my end from time to time. This is called supervised learning and occurs on top of the unsupervised learning that it starts with. Over time, with more data elements, this makes for a very powerful and accurate system. With Cloudastructure, everything is secure in the cloud, yet easy to get to from any location on any mobile device, phone, tablet, notebook, etc. Our rapid deployment architecture allows us to add new features that meet your needs all of the time. For example, we can search for whenever someone's not wearing a mask or for when someone is wearing a mask. And very shortly, we'll have reporting on % mask usage by location or camera or building, so you can understand the compliance to mask, no mask regulations. This basic demo is to give you an understanding of the ease of use yet powerful capabilities of our cloud-based AI surveillance system. Contact us now to get a trial set up and running for you or to learn more.
All right, so that's what we built, and the industry has responded. We've gotten a lot of awards for this system. It's very different than the legacy systems that have been, you've seen at gas stations and office buildings in the past. The American Security Today, Asters 2021, Homeland Security Award, the Cloud and SaaS Awards, 10 most prestigious companies of the year, top 50, innovative companies, top 50 innovative companies to watch, and Security 2021 Product of the Year. Our team started here in Silicon Valley, and we've since spread out across the globe. Silicon Valley is a great place, a lot of good talent here. Admittedly, not the best cost basis to base all your employees. We have operations now in Brazil, India, and Eastern Europe. And I'm proud to announce we moved our corporate domicile to Miami, Florida. We have a very strong belief in freedom of expression and user privacy. And I've loved Silicon Valley, been here for 25 years, but you don't always get that here in the big tech sector. So we feel Miami's a good place for us. Also, with COVID, it seems like half of Wall Street moved down there. It's a great place for us to plan IPOs and whatnot. And with that, I'm going to hand it over to Lauren O'Brien, our VP in Sales and Marketing, to talk us through recent traction. Lauren?
Thanks, Rick. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So great to see all of you. What a great turnout, both live and virtual. So very, very nice to see all of you. All right, so 2021. Thanks to your support, we were able to kick off our first sales cohort in Q2 of last year. We began our efforts by interviewing our long-standing customers, and we asked them, what is it about Cloudastructure that excites you? What do you love about us? And we quickly learned that our key differentiators are our superior cloud-based architecture, our AI analytics, our ease of use and simplicity. If you looked at the demo today, it's pretty cool, and it's really easy to understand and simple to navigate. Our scalability and interoperability are also key points that our enterprise customers are responding to. So we built our collateral, our positioning, and our messaging, and our sales team went off and running, prospecting away. And I'm pleased to say by the end of 21 last year, our booked contracts We're up over 1,400% from the year prior. Super excited by those results. But even more exciting is the $10 million pipeline that we're looking at as we're entering into 2022. That is amazing, and we are so excited for what 2022 is going to bring for Cloudastructure and for you all. So kudos to the sales team. We're just going to rock it in 2022. We also hired a small marketing team, small and mighty, as I like to say. Their job is to produce content to support the sales team and also to get thought leadership and awareness out there in the marketplace. And as you can see by the awards and the publications that Rick just showed, Fortune Magazine, Wall Street Journal, Security Today, that is great recognition for an early stage company. I'd also like to mention the 2 awards that Rick touched on. The Homeland Security Asters Award is one of the most prestigious security awards you can get. And so for us to get that right out the gate is really a coup for us. Additionally, Additionally, in Q3 of 21, we launched an enterprise feature release targeted to some of the more sophisticated features that our enterprise customers are looking for. And as a result of that, we won the Security Today Award for Best Product of the Year. So I want to thank the engineering team for their hard work in pulling that off. Thanks so much. So verticals. In terms of the verticals that we're focused on, we have 5 of them, and we're getting significant traction across all of them. The first one is property management. Property management companies, the big ones, often have 200 to 300 locations with thousands of cameras. They are looking for something to make it easier for them to manage their security. Their biggest problems are theft, vandalism, squatting on unoccupied units, and they're facing costs of millions of dollars as a result of those incidences. They love our solution because it provides a centralized way to manage all of their locations, and our advanced analytics allow them to respond faster so that they can reduce the costs when incidents may occur. Additionally, manufacturing. You'll see in the next video that I'll share with you, Boxable is an example. Fast-growing, multi-site customer looking to manage across multiple locations to improve safety and security. Education and universities is another one. We now have Stanford, UC San Diego, and our long-standing customer, UC Santa Barbara. And with these folks in our portfolio, we're getting significant interest from others as well. Cannabis is a very complicated compliance regulations they have for surveillance. And with our partnership with High Times, we've been able to produce a solution that meets those complex requirements. And as a result, multi-site operators are keenly interested in what we have to offer. And then lastly, government. We have some new compliance standards that we are meeting with SOC 2 and FedRAMP. And as a result, our government players are approaching us, asking us for what we have to offer. And as you can see here with our enterprise customers, we have some amazing customers. Our universities, Boxable for manufacturing, High Times, JLL, Trinity Properties, cities, governments, and more. And we're excited to share some of our early wins in 2022 with you as we gain them along the way. And before I introduce Greg Smitherman, our CFO, I'd like to leave you with a little video of what some of our customers have to say.
I'm Paul Henderson. I'm the president and COO of High Times Holding Corp., which has a couple of different business divisions. The Legacy magazine that some people might remember, events business, which is well known for the Cannabis Cup events that crowns the best cannabis around the world. And more recently, the plant touching business, which is mostly made up of retail stores and branded products. Cannabis is unique because of the regulatory aspects that every city and state imposes upon us. We had to find a surveillance video partner that, one, could be everywhere we were going to be as we grew from California out to other states. So a very kind of scalable solution. We really needed somebody that we could work with to make sure that we met the industry standards of what the police departments. And so we looked around, we had been with a couple different services, but we really loved kind of the one login. And we knew when we picked somebody, we were gonna go with that one group for every one of our stores. So Cloudastructure, is really nice to work with. Everything from the hardware setup to the monitoring has really been fantastic. We were broken into multiple times in Oakland. We were a casualty of that. We got the alerts, but the video surveillance really allowed us, one, to submit very clear video and pictures to the police, and also for insurance claims for product that was damaged and stolen. So it's worked exactly as we expected it to. With scalability, it's incredibly important, right? I think we have a handful of stores right now, 4 or 5, and if they're not converted to Cloudastructure, they're going to be soon. We need to be able to log in at any point in time, and so the cloud solution is critical. We don't have security on premise on every location. We have a head of security that is in the Bay Area, but he needs to be able to monitor all the stores across the state and very soon across the country. So it's been critical for any one of our store managers or head of security to be able to jump online and to be able to review camera footage or live feed, right away.
My name is Giovanni Vaprio. I'm a projects engineer here at Servicios Tácticos de Seguridad. We are a company based in Latin America and the Caribbean. We are a multinational, and we have clients that go from ports, airports, up to banks, and many other private companies. We supply them with technology and security service and security integrations. Also, we administer the risk that they have, and based on their needs, we develop the technological plan for them. Cloudastructure has amazing and professional personnel, and on the top of that, they are great people. That helps us to develop a professional and business-wise relationship towards reaching the goals of the clients that we have. Cloudastructure has an amazing product that is adapted to our times. Cloudastructure is a company that is both hardware and software up to the time, and it's always pointing to get better. And that goes to my third point about what I like from Cloudastructure is vision. They have a vision of constant improvement, and we share that vision with them. Cloudastructure adapts to our time. Today's time, we need a convenient product, something that understands, for example, the cybersecurity needs, understand the operational needs, and Cloudastructure is a product that is convenient for clients, and most important, operationally adjust to what the clients need.
Hey guys, my name is Galiano Tiramani. I'm the founder of Boxable. We are a building construction technology startup here in city of North Las Vegas. I'm actually sitting in front of our factory right now. We chose Cloudastructure after doing a tremendous amount of research on different video analytics companies, and they have just been amazing. Really, really happy that we chose them. Not only is their technology extremely innovative, but they are also kind of a fast-moving startup, so they are scaling with us and we're moving quickly. One thing we love about them is that they have been a really great partner to us. They are super responsive if we ever have issues or questions, and just all the features on their cloud surveillance software works great for us. We have this big factory, we have hundreds of employees out there, and it's really great to be able to use the cutting edge technology to monitor all of that. Cloudastructure has been really great for us because it's just so important to know what's going on out in our factory. And we can't actually be out there watching every person all the time. We have people moving around, we have safety issues, we have inventory we want to keep track of, and having this technology to be able to surveil all of that anytime we need it is just extremely important to our business. And I think without them, probably we wouldn't be in a great spot. We might lose money, we might have safety issues. So we're absolutely in love with the Cloudastructure software.
Okay, hopefully you heard some themes there. Basically, what they're really responding to is our advanced cloud-based architecture, our ability to respond to their needs. If they have a feature requirement, we will build that for them. And then also just working with our people and our staff. We get that all the time. Our staff is incredible, and our customers love working with us. So, thanks to the Cloudastructure team for being so excellent. And I just want to do a big shout out to the marketing team that helped pull this together in a very short time frame. You know who you are. Thanks for all your hard work. Really do appreciate it, and everyone else from Cloudastructure that helped make this event happen. And now, without further ado, I've got Greg Smitherman coming up as CFO.
Thank you. Good morning. Great to see you. My name is Greg Smitherman. I'm the CFO here at Cloudastructure. I joined in October of last year and am really fired up to be part of this vibrant and growing company. Today I'm going to go over a few financial highlights and then spotlight some exciting acquisitions. As we just finished our 2021 fiscal year, I can't go into deeper financial details until our books are closed and audited. But when they're done, we will announce the full results. So now, on to the highlights. As Laura noted, we have had significantly added to our sales team, and this is demonstrated by a 1,400% increase in book contracts over the prior year. As Cloudastructure services are provided over time, these contracts will be recognized in revenue and then show up on the P&L over the times of the contracts. So it's not all today, but will be spread out over a period of time. But not only has the sales team had success in signing deals, they are also very active and engaging with prospective clients. The company's active pipeline, sales pipeline of prospective clients, so potential sales, not closed deals yet, has grown over 17,000% from where the company started in 2021. So truly a phenomenal year. Finally, we finished the year in a really strong cash position, so plenty of fuel to drive the company going forward. Now, on to the acquisitions. The company has signed a definitive agreement to acquire Visionful, an advanced parking management company, very dynamic, early stage company. The deal is expected to close by the end of the month. Visionful's smart parking solution allows large companies and universities to actively manage their parking assets using advanced license plate recognition for real-time usage reporting. They have customers which include Stanford University and the University of California at San Diego. We have also signed a letter of intent to acquire Infrastructure Proving Grounds, or IPG. It is a rapidly growing Internet of Things security company. This acquisition is subject to satisfactory completion of customary due diligence and the signing of a definitive agreement. With the wide range of IoT devices being deployed today, we couldn't be more excited about the potential of this company and what it will bring to Cloudastructure. This acquisition will add an important new layer of cybersecurity to Cloudastructure's existing physical and cybersecurity platforms. And it will be a key offering to our enterprise customers who are embracing this huge range of new IoT technologies. IPG already has a stellar list of customers, just a few of which are seen here. Cloudastructure, combined with these two acquisitions, will make us a stronger player in the enterprise market. So to recap, we have had a fabulous growth in our sales, 1,400% growth in book contracts, and 17,500% growth in the sales pipeline, and ended the year with $13.9 million in the bank. And now I will turn the mic back over to our CEO, Rick Bentley.
Thanks, Greg.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so our fundraising has been a phenomenal success. We're in very rare air for a Reg A Plus company. We've raised $30 million in this Reg A Plus. Now, I see already from some of the early Q&A questions coming in, a little bit of confusion about shares, warrants, units. Apologies. There's lawyers and SEC involved and all that stuff, so we have to be very exact at how we do stuff. It was our desire to allow people to buy into the company, but also to get some more potential upside in the future. So we wanted to offer shares, which you own a piece of the company, but also a warrant or warrants. A warrant is the right to buy a share sometime in the future, but for a fixed price now, right? So we originally came out selling what we called units. That's how the lawyer said you had to package it all together. One unit cost $1, and it came with 2 shares. Those shares are now nominally 50 cents each, right? And then a right to buy a 3rd share for 75 cents. And that right is good for 18 months. And then after 18 months, you lose that right. So you exercise it ahead of time, or you don't. It's your choice. But then your dollar cost average is 2 at 50 and 1 at 75 cents, and you got 3 shares that way. We had overwhelming interest. We're actually priced lower than a lot of other Reg A Plus companies we've seen. And we raised it as far as we could, the price. We were allowed to raise up to 20% without doing a new Reg A Plus. So that 20% increase moved us to $1.20 per unit, so now nominally 60 cents per share, because there's 2 shares per unit. And there's 1 warrant, and that price moved to 90 cents, meaning anyone who bought in at $1.20 per unit could then buy a 3rd share for 90 cents if they wanted to. And I'm announcing here officially that we are closing our Reg A Plus in 1 month from today. So this will be over February 21st of next month. There's 3 weeks and change left to still invest in this round, and then we're going to close it. Our goal is a new Reg A Plus. I'm also happy to announce as of this morning, we have filed the paperwork with the SEC for our new Reg A Plus. And that's going to be at $2 per unit. And then $1.50 to exercise the warrant that comes with it. So the price is going up dramatically, and this one will be over in a matter of weeks. Now, we're applying for this. We don't have qualification by the SEC yet. It should be very clear. There's no guarantee they'll give it to us. The new Reg A Plus may not open up. There may not be a future ability to invest at the higher price either. We can't guarantee that. All right, so let's move into some Q&A. I know we've been getting some questions in, and what you want to do is go to the Zoom webinar. I see there's a lot of chatter in the chat, but there's another link or another button there for Q&A. If you put it in there, the moderators will be able to get it and get it to me here on my phone. I got some questions in already, though I'm going to go over. So how do we compare to Avigilon or Verkada? It's a great question. They're both very worthy competitors who are making a ton of money, and we intend to take it. Verkada is recently known for their data breach. They have everything built into the camera. You have to buy their cameras. You can't use a third-party camera. And then their cameras have to have all the storage and all the computational power inside of them. So it's a pretty expensive camera when it's done. Their model doesn't scale very well as a result. It also, because of the way those cameras are managed remotely by them, it allowed an attacker to get in, and they posted a lot of their customers' video, Teslas and others, online. So we're very different from Verkada that we are much more cost efficient at scale. Let's talk about that for 1 second. Let's say you want to store a certain amount of video footage per camera. Let's say 1 terabyte worth. If the storage is built into the camera, you have to go out and get a 1 terabyte storage SD card and put 1 in each camera. You got 20 cameras, you need 20 of these cards. Or with us, you can go grab a couple 12 terabyte hard drives and put them in a CVR. We are 10 times less expensive on the storage side if you think about it that way. And from a computational power standpoint, it's very similar. If you're doing all the computation, a little CPU on the camera versus pushing it to the cloud and doing a big GPU cluster, our computational cost is much lower also. Avigilon, again, another worthy competitor, but they run Windows servers on your premises, which are really servers, and they make it look like the cloud, but it's less cloud than they would like you to believe on their marketing side. Building blows up or burns down and recordings are on premises, that means you're going to lose those recordings. And again, all the advantages of multiple locations, single user interface, that sort of thing, is much more powerful and agile if you put it in the cloud. All right, let's see here. Do you offer shareholders a discount? Not officially, but if anyone here is a shareholder and has a project, please hit our sales email. Lauren and her team will take good care of you. We do have a flexible pricing policy, and if you mention a shareholder, I guarantee you it's not going to hurt. Let's see, how is our AI improving? Well, in two ways. One, we are always improving the algorithms, trying to use the best of breed, not just for best accuracy, but also most efficiency at all times. And so there's a lot of work going on to make the system better. But let me just talk really quickly about how machine learning works. There's unsupervised learning, where you tell the system, okay, we're putting cameras up at this building, 100 people work there, and if the camera's doing its job, or the system's doing its job right, it's going to make 100 different clusters, right? One for your face, one for your face, one for your face, one for my face, for all the people who go through. And of course, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be pretty good. You know, technology nowadays for this sort of thing is like 99+%. So, but there are going to be some mistakes. Maybe I look like him or he looks like me. So we can go in and do supervised learning. Say, what? Actually, that's Rick, and that's Greg. This allows the system to get smarter with a little supervision from the humans, and then it remembers what you've told it, and it builds a better system on top of that going forward. So that's two ways our AI improves. We make it better, and it gets smarter. Let's see here. Warrants. Okay, there's still more confusion about the warrants. Let me just mention that again real quick. We built one of the first digital warrant exercise portals. Let me explain why we did this. When we first were going through our Reg A+, the powers that be told us, okay, you're selling a unit, they get their 2 shares, and they get 1 warrant. And if they want to exercise that warrant, all they have to do is find the email we sent them, take the PDF, print it out, fill in their name and address and all their contact information, the number of shares, number of warrants they want to exercise, attach a check, and mail it back to us with a stamp. We said, we're not going to ask them to do that. That's ridiculous. They invested online. They used ACH or the IRA, wherever they wanted to invest. They should have the same ability to do that with their warrants. And so we really pushed the industry forward and created, if not the first, one of the very first digital warrant exercise platforms. I think everyone got an email this week letting them know. You should be able to see in there how many warrants you have and how soon they expire. And you can exercise up to any time until that expiry date. You don't have to exercise your warrants to keep those other 2 shares, right? Or the other shares. You have your shares. You just have half as many warrants as you have shares. So you can go from, 200 shares to 300 shares if you exercise your warrants, for example. You don't have to. It's up to you. You can sit on them and wait to the day before the expiration date and hop on that portal and exercise them because we built this system just for you all. Let's see. AWS or Azure? We've done AWS. We've done Azure. We've done Google Cloud Platform. We've done a couple others as well. And we think they're all more or less the same, right? We say that the industry is more or less commoditized. We have to look for where the best bang for the buck is. We're on the Google Cloud Platform right now. I used to work at Google, so it's kind of a natural fit for us. We are also building our own co-location centers where we have our own GPU clusters. I used to mine cryptocurrency on GPU, and learned a lot about how to do that. And these same GPUs are what we use for our computer vision stuff. And so we have some high-density GPU clusters and some storage clusters going to our own data centers. And honestly, that brings our costs down by like a factor of 10. It's kind of an amazing difference when it's your hardware in a co-location facility versus just paying the cloud bill, right? And that gives us good leverage on Google and Azure and AWS to keep our prices low. We're not going to move fully into our data centers. We are going to start moving for some customers, storage and GPU computation in our own data center. Supply chain shortages and how they impact 2022. You know, this has actually been good for us. We have a device on premises called a CVR, a cloud video recorder. And unlike Verkada's, my previous example, it's not a custom camera. We work with any camera. So if this camera supplier has a shortage or a backlog, no problem. They can buy any camera from anywhere and we'll work with it. So that's been good for us. In our CVR, the cloud video recorder, which replaces the legacy NVR, network video recorder, is just based on x86 architecture, so Intel or AMD. We can basically put any computer there. Now, we do like the AMD 64-core, new ones that are out, 128 virtual cores with hyper-threading, a lot of computational power in a small package, so that's our go-to. But when those are low, we can move to an i9 from Intel. We can move down the AMD or Intel line. We can find something and make it work. That's the nice thing about the generic nature of the hardware that we ship. Let's see. Mask, no mask. Will no mask requirement affect our business model? No, mask, no mask, I think is a very sexy feature. It's very fun. This video demo we showed is just a little bit old. We now have analytics graphs and stuff, so you can see by camera, by location, by account, whatever, what % of people are or aren't wearing masks. It's great to show compliance. In case you have some level of government above you that's forcing you to, you can't stay open unless you can show people are wearing masks, whatever, we can provide that for our customers. But that was a response we made to a market opportunity, and it was a good one. And there's other market opportunities that we've already seen, and I know there's going to be more, and we'll respond to those as well. The great thing about having a very flexible architecture that can literally see is that we can see and find whatever people are looking for tomorrow as well as today. Let's see. I know there's some more in here. Okay. Here we go. Plans for IPO. The lawyers made it very clear that anything I say in terms of forward-looking statements in this regard can only hurt us, right? It can make it difficult for us to IPO. Whether we're doing it tomorrow or in 10 years, I couldn't say much about it. But liquidity comes from two directions, right? We either sell the company or we go public, and we're all here, investors and employees alike, our shareholders, or at least option holders, and we're very motivated to make it happen. Where do I go to invest? We do have shareholder info up at invest.cloudastructure.com. I think it's where most of you came through for your investment in the first place. There is more information there, and that's where you, your friends, whatever, can always re-up. And now on to one formal piece of business. That's a shareholder vote for the board of directors. So let's just remind everyone real quick about how companies work. There's all sorts of different level of companies. There's the sole proprietorship, which is just you and your dog walking business. There's partnerships, there's limited liability partnerships, there's limited liability companies, there's S Corps, an S corporation, which is kind of like your own corporation, and then there's C Corp. And a C Corp allows you to have a large number of shareholders with different voting rights and things like that. So we are a C Corp, and most public companies are C Corps, and we have ambition, so that's where we're at. And in a C Corp, the way it works is the shareholders don't run the company, right? You guys can't all vote to give yourselves new TVs or anything. But what you can do is you appoint the board of directors. The shareholders appoint the board of directors, and the board of directors appoints the CEO. That's me right now. And the CEO hires the management, and management runs the company, right? So that's the chain of events. So we're going to vote for the shareholders, and I'm one of them, so I'm with you on this. We're all going to vote to appoint the board of directors. And recently, there was a majority of the shareholders did a written action to appoint a relatively fresh board. So these folks are all new and they're doing great work. I'm going to walk you through them real quick. When I was recently out of graduate school here in Silicon Valley and starting out, I was working at a company called General Magic. And at General Magic in the 1990s, I kid you not, you can Google this, we had the smartphone, the tablet, and the voice assistant, like Siri, Google, whatever. And we had it all working in the 90s. We were in the first concept IPOs, raised a bunch of money. We were just too early. But the CFO there was James McCormick, and that's where I met James. And James has since gone on to be CFO, COO, and CEO of some really fantastic companies. And right now, he's COO of LTA Research Exploration. LTA is lighter than air. They're building blimps. They're down here at Moffett Field. It's amazing. It's like walking into an Indiana Jones movie. They're building blimps, financed by one or more of the Google founders, and it's just an amazing thing that he's doing. He's got a lot of experience taking companies public, private, public, in the IPO process, right? So we really value his counsel. Jeff Karras is a local VC. He's not an investor in our company. I'm sure he'd love to be, but he hasn't had the opportunity. He is now at Alter Venture Partners, and he has 18 years of that experience, and he has exits that generated over $20 billion. So he's used to working with startups like us that are finding their product market fit and then finding a way to get acquired or go public. And that's something we really value. And then Jeff Kirby is a real estate developer, so he's in property management. And as Lauren pointed out, that's one of our hot topics is property management. And he's got a lot of insight for us. And so I love a board member that can help us find sales, right? His efforts return over $1 billion in real estate returns. So he knows what he's doing. So you don't have to vote for any of these people, by the way. If you want this guy to be on the board, you guys just got to vote for him, right? So you can write in whomever you want. So an email's going out. Has it gone out yet? Email's already gone out. So very recently. And you can vote for the slate. You can withhold your vote and say, I'm not going to vote for anybody. Leave me alone. But I'm just letting you know. You don't have to respond either. Or you can write in whomever you want. You can write in this guy, Kermit the Frog, Bill Gates, if you think he'll take the job, whoever you want to hire. You don't have to vote for the slate. But this is a slate that I and the management team are recommending that we vote for. All right, so in conclusion, our growth has been amazing. 1,400% in book contracts in the last year. Looking forward at our potential, already identified at the very start of the year in our pipeline is up 17,500%. Our tech has a series of awards associated with it. We are in the process of 2 recent acquisitions, and we're in a very strong financial position. This is all thanks to all of you. If I could step through the camera and walk through and give every one of you a handshake and a hug and a kiss, I would. Your support really means everything. Thank you very much. I take this responsibility very seriously to make this a good investment for everybody. And that's the thing I think about from the morning I wake up until the minute I finally am able to fall asleep at night, which is sometimes pretty late. So thanks again, everybody, for being part of the Cloudastructure journey. And thanks for coming to our shareholder meeting 2022. Quick update. We are going to have these meetings annually. The next one will be at our new domicile in Miami, Florida next year. We're going to start doing quarterly video updates, and we'll have email newsletter updates in between the quarterly video updates as well. So you'll be hearing a lot more from us, and thank you all again.